What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comically Boston episode 12. We are back with another one here today. Nice week for the Celtics. We're currently on a 6-game win streak. Just covering what we went over last week. Last week we did another 10-game prediction. Talking about our last 10. Now we're talking about this 10. Last week we faced the Grizzlies, Pistons, Nuggets, and then the Pistons again on Saturday night. I won't go too in-depth about the games last week. I'll talk about Friday night. Nuggets was a big win. Grizzlies at Grizzlies was a big win. Tatum had 39. Brown had 21 and 9. Morant had 30. So that's a good win. Close game. Then we beat the Pistons 128-112. Nuggets on Friday we beat 131-112. Tatum had 34 and 8 and 8 rebounds. Brown had 25, 8 and 8. And Jokic had 29. So that's a big dub against a good team. And then on Saturday night, so I think they played back-to-back Friday, Saturday. So Saturday night at Pistons. They went from playing at home to now at the Pistons. No Brogdon, no Brown. So it was less people than you'd imagine. Blake got a start. I liked seeing Blake start because the one thing I was like, damn, we got Blake. We haven't been playing him. Like, the best way to get Blake going is to get him some minutes. So I was glad to see him start and play and get some good running in, some good game time running in. 22 minutes. He had 7.6 rebounds. Hey, if he's gonna start and then come off the bench like that, and he's gonna be there when our big guys are down and when we have guys out. He came in big. I liked it. But no Brown, no Brogdon. Tatum had 41. He had 43. Played 41 minutes, 43 points, 10 rebounds, season high. He shot 14 for 28, 7 for 15 from the three-point line. And he shot 8 for 10 from free throw. I like that. I like to see JT getting on the line. He's going to score a lot more points when he's getting on the line and making free throws. Same with JB. I would like to see JB because they've been scoring 30 points apiece, but JB hasn't been getting the line at all, and Tatum's been getting the line for 8 to 10 points a game. Like, Brown could be getting 40 if he's getting the line the same, but teams are only going to get into so much foul trouble, you know what I mean? So, but it does, that does mean something if your starters are in foul trouble on the other team, and then our starters are on the floor and they got their bench guys out there. That's how we win in games, folks. So. 10-3. I like the start. This was Tatum's 5th straight 30-plus game. I'd like to see that. Grant started. Grant starts 45 minutes he played. So Grant was running. He had 19, 10 rebounds. I'd like to see that. Quick little 20 and 10. Smart played 43 minutes and 18 and 10. I like to see Marcus Smart's assist numbers up there. Like, that's all we can really ask for him. Like, he's playing well enough that he's going to stick around and not bad enough that he's going to be out of the get the fuck out of this. So, Celtics 6-game win streak. They play again tonight, Oklahoma City. My predictions. We're winning tonight, folks. And we're 7 p.m. tonight. I think we're at home, which would be nice. Have the Garden bumping and jumping on Monday night. Joel Embiid scored 59 the other night. Who was that against? Hold on, folks. I'll look up some Bleacher Report numbers for you real quick. That's wild. 76ers. He played the Jazz 105-98, so it was a close game. And the Jazz, I don't know why the Jazz are as good as they are, but they are. 59, 11, and 8 for Embiid. That's wild. Nobody else on the team scored at all, pretty much. Like, Tyrese Maxey at 18. PJ Tucker played 30 minutes, had 0 points. So it was pretty much the Joel Embiid show last night. 19 for 28 from the free field goal for Embiid. 20 for 24 from free throw. 7 blocks, one steal. Whew. That's a hell of a stat line. He's a big boy. I do like the way he plays, but fuck Philly. Like, Philly's just such a place, or such a people. I'm a Boston person. Get with me. Fuck you, Philly. Don't take it personal out there either if you're from Philly. People would be salty. So 2 games last night. So Darius Garland did it first. Dropped 51 last night. They lost to the Timberwolves. So they lost 129-124, and he had 51. Jesus. Karis LeVert 13. Kevin Love 14. Stevens had 15. Mobley had 4. Cedi Osman had 14. So I mean, 51. 16 for 31 from the field. 10 3-pointers. 9 for 13 from the free throw line. 10 for 15 from the 3-point. 2 steals. Wow. Darius Garland, bro. 51-point game. 2 50-pointers back-to-back, or 2 in one night, and to open the first 50-point games of the season. All I'm saying is it hasn't happened yet. Nobody scored 50 yet. Those are the 2 first, I believe. And to be honest, I'm looking for JB or JT to strike back tonight. Because I can't be having Joel Embiid MVP talks when Jason Tatum's out here dropping numbers and playing strong. That boy is going... He goes to the rim. He's going up through people. He's not even trying to go up to get a bucket. He's just going at the bucket. He's just dunking on people's faces. Love to see that. Love to see it. The new God of War Ragnarok game came out recently, so we'll jump into a little video game review. The God of War, the first one, I never played when it came out, so I was playing that for the last couple months slowly, because it's a pretty long game, and but I got more and more into it because the graphics and just the story is so dope. Like the way that they're able to make games look nowadays, and the game originally came out for the PS4, so I was playing the PS4 version on the PS5 now, so having the PS5 just makes every game look better. Like Cyberpunk looked tremendous on it, but God of War on the PS4, I don't know how it would have looked because I never got to try it, but on the PS5 it looked amazing. And now I just recently wrapped up the God of War game, and I got the God of War Ragnarok. I only played the first mission last night, but that game looks amazing, and it's nice to have a game like this that is just attention to detail is so crazy, and they have side missions galore, and just time to spend with these 2 characters. Like it's just such a crazy world, and the Norse mythology is just so crazy cool, and just how everything's connected, and just playing as the God of War Kratos in this deep voice, boy, come boy. Okay, Dad. It's like it's just a father and a son, you know, like it's a crazy experience, crazy different type of vibe, you know. Like most people think of video games, they think of 2K, NBA, they think of Madden, you know, they think of like Mario, you know, like the whoop whoop, you know, like just little jump forward, back, you know, dodge, whatever, simple moves. Like when they start doing these crazy things like the Ghost of Tsushima, where you have different stances. You know, you're like, you got your, and then each stance has its own moves, and then, like, you have different weapons, like in God of War, you have the axe, the Leviathan axe, and then you have the Blades of Chaos from the old games, and I've been diving into the lore, watching old videos on YouTube on, like, people explaining what the God of War was before, because I never got to play those games as a kid. I never had those systems, but just playing these games, go check it out for yourself if you don't believe me. But it is an amazing game. It looks amazing. It plays great. And it's just so crazy. Sometimes you're watching cutscenes, and then all of a sudden it's asking you to do something, and you're like so lost in the cutscene. Like it's almost like a movie. Like it's almost like its own story. Like I'm playing it just to hear the story. Like I don't even really care for the gameplay, like the killing of things. Like, and just chopping things up like that. Yeah, it's like fun at times when you're just beating the shit out of things and chopping them up. But the story is what it's all about. Like the main, just even the side stories, like it's all just crazy, and how everything like just keeps progressing the story, and like how in depth the lore gets with it. It's amazing. Also last week, Wakanda Forever came out, so I went Thursday night with Langone and saw it. And I needed the weekend to think about it, you know, and it is a very good movie. It is tremendously well done. with the pieces they had and what they had to do and the story they had to tell with the story that they were going to tell, because the whole movie is awesome. But my one note on it, and like critique, if you want to put that word on it, but like my one note is that the movie longs for Chadwick Boseman, and you feel his loss, and it's just like it feels almost wrong in a way that he's not there. But with the additions of Namor and with Shuri being the main character and being her story and like the parallels between those characters, the movie is so good. M'Baku, I fucking love M'Baku. Bald-headed demon. You know, like, he's so funny. Kukulukat, the feather serpent got. You know, like, the shit the one-liners that they pulled out in this movie were just wonderful. The perfect mix of, like, comedy, but a super touching, emotional, like, the opening graphics roll, and then it's, you know, it's a moment of silence for Chadwick, and it's just, you're looking at all these memories of him. It's like, it's hard not to like just tear up a little bit. Like, I didn't cry, unfortunately. Didn't get me that perclept in the movie theater, but definitely got a little teary eyed. Definitely got a little like, oh God, where's my tissues? You know, like, you know, like one of them numbers. You gotta like, oh God. It was just sad, man. Like, I missed Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, but I like what they're doing. You know, I like that they teased a little bit of the future. They set up Ironheart's show. I'm super excited to see Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams Ironheart. She was awesome in this movie, but she also felt like she didn't need to be there, but she was there, and it worked. You know, like, and the same thing with Allegra DeFontaine, or whatever her name is, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, with his name, not William Hurt, something Hurt, the white guy that was in the first movie. He's back in the second one, but I didn't see the twist coming with them two, but that also felt unnecessary. But it also felt like they would tease in the future. You know, they're teasing like Thunderbolt stuff, and I think that, you know, because this movie really ends in like a draw, so I'm really curious to see, you know, just where it goes, you know, like how crazy it can get, because I know it's just gonna get so wild, but it was great, and I wish it maybe, like, I'm just asking too much, but I wish there was a post-credit scene way at the end that just didn't have anything to do with it, really. Like, maybe add one of the characters there or something, but then tease the future even more. Like, I miss a Marvel post-credit explosion, you know, where it's just, oh! And I think Marvel's getting away from it because they want all of their spoilers. They don't want it to be about the post-credit scene. They want their spoilers to be in the movie. And frankly, there's a lot of things in the movie that I'm trying not to spoil too much for you guys. I want you guys to go see it. But I did just talk most of the movie plot and spoilers, so it is spoilers for Wakanda Forever. Go see it if you haven't already. But go check it out for yourself. But Marvel really wants the spoilers to be in the movie. They don't want you to be watching the movie for the post-credit scene. But as somebody that's here for everything Marvel, I want to see the post-credit scene. You know, I want something. You know, like at the end of Thor was the last post-credit scene that I really liked, because it was, I had just been watching Ted Lasso too. So Brett Goldstein as Hercules was a tremendous post-credit scene. On the other hand, Doctor Strange, or Spider-Man, what's Spider-Man, what was it? Spider-Man No Way Home? No. Spider-Man Far From? No, Spider-Man No Way Home was the last one. You see, it's difficult to name the Spider-Man when they all have home in it. But No Way Home, post-credit scene, they had a mid-credit scene, I think, that was the Venom one. That was awesome, because it was like, oh shit, Venom's in the movie, Tom Hardy was here, but then he gets sucked into his own universe again. So it's like, now we got a little goop laying around. That's cool. But then they made the post-credit scene just a trailer for Doctor Strange, which is cool. But like, you just released it online the next day anyways. what's the point of that? Like, yeah, I got to see the trailer right after the movie. That's awesome. But now I'm thinking about the next movie when I'm already just sat through the movie that we just watched. Like, I'm trying to experience where I'm trying to be talking about where Tom Holland's going. Like, what's up with him? Where's he at? Who's he going to show up with next? I don't know. I think he might not be in something big, but I think he has to be because of Sony. Like, I think he has to be in movies. But I would really like to see him show up in, like, Daredevil, Born Again, and show up in maybe Echo, or show up in, like a Kate Bishop show, or like a, I don't care, show up in anything and everything. I love Spider-Man. But I'm very curious to see where the Marvel future heads and what you guys have to think. Are you guys into the Marvel stuff? Have you guys been watching it? Did you watch Wakanda Forever? What'd you think? Comment below, DM me. We'll have a conversation about it. I love talking Marvel stuff, and if you love Marvel stuff too, or Legos, if you're one of the Lego people that didn't get to see a Lego video over the weekend, I'm sorry. It's getting into the Christmas time of year, the holiday season, it's getting expensive to live, and Legos cost money, and yeah, so I'm not just going to buy some Legos that I don't want. So I'm going to buy some when I have some that I want to buy. So stay tuned for that. But we'll still be doing Monday content of posting a podcast a week. I might start doing maybe 2 a week because I can give you my time and my thoughts and my energy for free. Or, well, it doesn't cost me money. It costs me energy and time. But I can give you guys that. So I want to give you guys something, but nobody actually comments. Everyone that watches this, I have no idea who you are. So if you're watching this and you stayed this long in the video and you're still listening to me, who the fuck are you? Thanks for supporting me. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you. And if you don't like me, why are you here? Tell me why you don't like me. Maybe we could be friends. Work it out. I don't know. I don't hold a grudge that much. Like, I hold grudges against people that deserve to get grudges held against. Like Trump. But I don't know that fucker. So unless you're him, don't hit me up. But if anybody else, have a chat with me. DM me. My links for my Twitter, my Instagram will be down below. Hit me in the comment section on YouTube. I'm here for y'all. So let me know what y'all need, what y'all want to see, what y'all guys watching. Has anyone watched White Lotus? I don't know. I might start watching that. But I got some more things I want to do this winter. I'm longing for some shows to watch because I'm not watching some Marvel shit right now. Andor was pretty good this week. We'll talk more about that next week. Andor season finale coming up soon, so that should be getting really good the last 2 weeks here, coming up on Wednesdays. But yeah, go Celtics. Rock on for the boys. Go green. Bleeding green for us. Got the Shamrock. Boston all day, every day. What's up? What's up? Boston, baby. Feeling good and tattooed up. It's all good, baby. Having a day. Hope you have one too. Be safe, be well. Peace out, y'all.